Hello everybody, Crimson Thunder here. Welcome to level 10 of this Let's Play of Tomb Raider 2. This is going to be the deck. And immediately after we spawn in this area, we're going to be having a couple of enemies immediately when we end up getting started. And we're going to be going through the last level of the Adriatic Sea where the wreck of the Maria Doria in search of the Seraph. And we're going to this is a really long complicated level, and if you had not previously ended up grabbing the grenade launcher in a previous secret from the last level, this is also where we just is where you actually would end up getting it. And we may or may not utilize some of that while we're here, just because of some of the circumstances that we actually have. But just to warn you, the grenade launcher is a little bit difficult to use, as it is quite a bit inaccurate at long range, just because you can very easily miss. We're now going to jump in the area where we're going to be greeted by a couple of barracudas out here. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with these barracudas before actually proceeding. There's a total of 30 enemies in this level, and we want to make sure that we do have the ability to actually deal with them as quickly as possible. And whoops. And there's also a key up here that we are going to need to actually grab, which is going to be the stern key, which we're going to be needing for a particular puzzle that we will be doing. Uh, which actually involves some crates, but nothing really too serious to worry about. So now, after we ended up grabbing this, we're now going to swim out of this area, and we're going to go back towards the area where we previously were. There's going to be a guy who will be immediately greeting us with a wrench. I did not actually mean to jump back into the water. Where is the guy? There he is. He will unfortunately not drop anything, but there's also a flamethrower guy here too. If you can catch him while he's running away, that would be great. Because luckily he doesn't take too many hit points. Now there's also another YouTuber from a long time ago, I believe her name was Kay Fleming, that ended up stating that the pistols are actually the worst choice when you're actually dealing with this particular enemy, which I will unfortunately to most extents not agree with, because that particular weapon is all about how you use them. Because if you can actually spot them from a distance and shoot them when they have a lot of room, then you'll be able to take that out take them out with the pistols no problem. Now, close quarters where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver, that's entirely different. So, is it the worst weapon to use against a flamethrower? Yes and no. It's all about how you use it. Either way, there is now a we're now going to just push all of these boxes out of the way. So we're now going to pick up the box of flares that we have. Since we are really conservative throughout this game of how we use them, I do have about 44. Now there's going to be a... We're going to now open up this, and now we're going to go down under water here, and we're going to open up a trap door to where we're going to pull a lever in a little bit to drain the water. Now that that's actually taken care of, we'll go ahead and resurface. Now back to where that guy with that flamethrower was. There's going to be another guy with a shotgun that spawns. And that guy is now taken out. And if you did not grab the shotgun from a previous level, this will be the shotgun instead. Now be careful once you get to this area. Once you get to this, because this is a trapdoor that will actually drop out from under you if you're not prepared. And this little lever right here actually does drain the water. That way, so now we have a dry area. So now we're going to actually go ahead and return to where we were, and we're going to go out to a subterranean lake, which in my opinion doesn't really make any sense here. Okay, now don't want to take any unnecessary damage from falls if we can actually avoid it, because in this level there is an area where the taking fall damage is 100% unavoidable, and you're going to take a lot of damage to the point where you are going to need to use a large med pack. So now we actually have this particular crate. We're now going to follow this cave through the other side, where we're going to be going into this subterranean lake. Unfortunately, we do not have the harpoons to actually deal with any of them, so we're going to proceed. There's a giant propeller that is part of the wreck. And here is the first subterranean lake that we're going to be dealing with. Actually, the one here. And unfortunately, there are two scuba divers that immediately ends up shooting harpoons at us. We're going to actually come along to the left side, and immediately we're going to be granted with a thug with a wrench. We're going to take that guy out. And here is a thing of Uzi clips. And if you did not have an Uzi from before, there'll be an Uzi and a one pair of those clips instead. Did not mean to actually go out of the way out here. Fortunately, that guy's not gonna come this way, so we'll actually take that guy with an M16 instead. Normally, I wouldn't be doing that too much, but I'd rather use that instead of my harpoon gun, just because there's so much. Now, there is a key that we are going to need to get from that inflatable. Problem is, we have to drop all the way from on that, and we will not be able to climb out of that inflatable as much as we'd like to. So we're gonna make our way to a cabin, to a particular cavern, and we're gonna actually swim this particular way. And underneath here is actually our first secret. And we're gonna surface. And we're actually going to the left side of this rock formation. Because there's actually a tunnel that we're going to swim through. And here's a little barracuda. And we're not going to... We're gonna take out the barracuda. Actually gonna follow this little path over here. There's a guy with a shotgun, so let's actually keep our distance. And he will take another thing of shotgun shit. Another thing of shotgun cell, but... And just running through here, there's going to be... Here's the little... and to the left... Whoops! I'll be right back. I'll be right back once we get back to where we were previously. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, this particular area, we're gonna there's a med pack over here, and and for this particular section, I'm actually going to create a save here just in case, but I do believe that this particular area right here, you're going to take some unavoidable damage. And you cannot actually, it looks like you can actually not survive this fall unless you are at 100% full health. And no matter what you do, you will actually be taking a lot of damage. And we have a cabin key, and you have 2 bundles of harpoons. And there's going to be a couple of sharks. And I think we're going to do like we ended up seeing in Jaws and actually blow them up with a grenade. Now, you got to make sure that they're close enough to you because they can be very easily missed. Now, there is one more shark. I just don't know where it is right at the moment. Ah, there's a shark. There's Jaws. Smile! Smile, you son of a... I don't know if I got him or not. And it looks like there is a... And it looks like there is a... There is actually going to be a third shark that will spawn once you actually go through here. Oh, we actually did miss that shark. No matter, we actually are capable of swimming faster than it. Miss me. Smile, you son of a... So now we're actually going to... And there's a third shark, I believe, that is now supposedly spawned. As soon as we ended up getting to that barracuda earlier. Now the question is, where is it? I unfortunately do not see the area where see the shark that spawned. If I do, I will actually go ahead and kill it. Because there's no way that a shark will actually come through here. Oops. 1 second, please. Okay. This level really is a bit obnoxious. But it looks like we are going to actually follow this area where we were before. Except this time, looks like we're gonna now actually go ahead and climb. Now going to the top deck. course, there'll be a couple of enemies that will spawn as soon as probably get to the reclaim all this. Ah, here's the top deck. There's a guy with a shotgun, and I believe there should also be a guy with a wrench as well. The only question is, where's the guy with the wrench? I think the guy with the wrench will actually drop a box of flares. Oh, there he is. Alright, this guy now drops the black flares. Okay. Continue forward between the walls, turn left, hop down into the depression just to the left. Where there's also a pair of grenades, which is right here.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna continue to the deck. And I believe there's going to be some enemies that are also going to be appearing down below. There's going to be two thugs with a wrench and one with a flamethrower here. This is another episode of Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. Now we just got to be careful here, because there's also another guy with a flamethrower. So we do got to make sure that we are able to maneuver properly if we're going to use the pistols in order to take this guy out. Now I just got to know where the guy with the flamethrower is. Well, there's a guy with a shotgun. Alright, that guy's dead. Okay. Oh, there's a guy with a flamethrower. Enemies that are also down here. So let's prioritize the guy with the flamethrower first. Take that guy out. And if we can just, and there's also a guy with a barracuda. If the barracuda is also is still is not alive. Oh, there's the barracuda. Okay. The second secret is now right in here. From let's see. I think there's also because it also I believe if I remember correctly, there's also a in an area oh here's a
Uh-huh.
here's a thing of Uzis, and there's also 2 sets of M16 clips. My question is, where are the... Oh, on the right side of the deck, there's a movable crate where there's also 2 sets of M16 clips.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now we want to pull out the I need to pull this out one more time. Okay, so I'll have to, because I know there's still one more secret we do have to grab. And again, this area is extremely confusing to actually navigate. But once we get out of here, should we should be able to do much better. want to drop all the way down just yet. So it looks like we now have to drop over here. And we're going to, and we're actually, we're gonna make a jump over to here. And we're now drop over here. Go onto this metal duct. Here's the position. We're onto the right hand side is also where the third secret of this level is. And we got some and we do got some glass shards, so we got to be careful about. So let's go ahead and walk over here. Here is secret number 3, where we get 4 pairs of grenades. I think there was like one separate. I think there was like one separate area where we were actually supposed to go when reading one other guide. So I do. So let. Just gotta find our way back up to where we were. Okay. You gotta actually get back up here. I know I keep saying that. This actually might be to be. It kind of looks like we're actually back at the very beginning of this entire level, unfortunately. Seriously, where do I go? Sorry, I will be right back again. Okay, so it does turn out you're actually not supposed to grab that secret right away. We have to. But we will get another chance to be able to go get it. So right now we do have to go ahead and jump across and actually jump across the area, and we're actually going to jump off this metal duct onto this area, because if we actually do end up missing any of these particular jumps that here, we actually have to go all the way back to where we were, because down below it actually is the very beginning of the level where we actually did come in. So we actually do need to come across over here. There's a So now we actually get to shoot sideways, so should traverse all the way to the to the left, because now there's going to be a little cavern wall. Let's actually go ahead and save here just in case we screw this up. So now we have, and once we're in here, we're gonna follow this cage. There's going to be 2 more thugs that are gonna come up really shortly. Whoops. There we go. I gotta grab my automatic pistols. And one of them drops a large meta pack. Hopefully I did not screw that chance up to grab that. Luckily the other one did, as I accidentally. Oh, thank God. So I have to. Now we're gonna continue down this cave. Yeah, finally, because we're actually back at the top deck again, and up there's another key we actually do have to grab. Here's actually the cabin roof. Don't wanna screw this part up. There we go. And here's a trap, and we go on to this side over here. There actually is a trap door. And as soon as we go down here, there's a thug with a wrench. And here are some automatic. Here's some automatic pistol rounds. Two sets of it, and this will be some automatic pistols if you had not grabbed an area. You haven't none I gotten earlier. And there is a switch on the side of this, and that the switch. Usually, using my acrobatic abilities will allow me to kill this to get 2 more sets of it. And back to the head of this stuff, or the front side of this deck, where there's going to be a couple sets of M16 clips. Which are right over here. The M16 will spawn here if you did not actually get it earlier. This will now we have a this key is the for the cabin. There are glass shards underneath this area, underneath these areas, so be careful. The thug with a wrench over there. So now we can go back. Say blow him up. This is there's a really long area. Now we're going to actually head back into the area where that thug that came out of actually spawned from. And we gotta go do it back this way. Sorry, this is as I said, this is a really complicated level that I don't really like too much. So I do not believe, and I unfortunately don't believe I'm going to be able to get back up that way. Oh, here we go. As we enter, we're going to go up the stairs. And this and now in this area here, now we should actually be able to get to this top where we're gonna finally end up getting this this particular storage room key. And this is gonna end up opening the area where we can finally get the Sheriff. Now we're going to now head back to the area where we were when it came to it. Now we go back to where the pistols were. So now saw that little melt duct area. So now we're actually going to go ahead and grab that secret. And this is also where we're going to be also utilizing an M16 because I believe there's another couple of goons. Some flamethrowers. Be right back. I need to reload this. Okay, now we can actually now finally go grab the secret. And I believe there's a couple of flamethrowers that actually might be able to spawn here as soon as we act. Which we did, which we were able to hear. Just that you need to have the M16 ready because it will be too far away from Laura to be able to properly shoot with her pistols. I gotta be much more careful. So go ahead and grab the M16, and it looks like you can actually walk and shoot with this. You just won't be able to like run and shoot. Now that that's out of the way, now go ahead and grab the gotta carefully actually slide backwards. So now we actually have the storage key. Now we're gonna actually make our way. Now we're gonna actually make our way down to the floor of the cavern. Now that the M16, now this and yeah, that our M16 had actually done what I was supposed to do. If it wasn't for the fact that I ended up dying. I'll be right back once we get to where we need to be. Okay, now that we are here where we're supposed to be. Never mind. Alright, hopefully this... Okay, now we're finally back to where we need to be. I do apologize about the since some of it actually was a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. And once I got to that point, I accidentally forgot to hit resume. So we're actually going to head back here and actually go to the storage area and actually end this level. So we're gonna go over here and we're going to open up the storage area. We're gonna have a little bit more kills than what it actually had because of the glitch with the grenade launcher. This right here is the Seraph. Once we collect that, it ends this level. So the next time when we do Tomb Raider 2, we're going to go into my favorite level of this entire game, which is the Tibetan foothills. It's actually pretty fun, and we are going to be dealing with much tougher enemies that we're not going to be using the pistols as much as we have been compared to some of the others. So we're actually going to encounter them next time. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finally surfacing. Until next time, I'm Crimson Thunder. See you next time, everybody.